So I brought love to the classroom because there's so much violence going on with students and fighting in the classrooms and recording. So I do know when you love someone, it changes the way you think and act and behave towards people and even just your conversation. And so there's a book that I read. So I ordered the Lead with Love shirts and created my whole classroom with a Lead with Love.
Where'd you get that idea of Lead with Love? How'd that come to you?
It's a book.
Oh, cool.
Here's the social constructs of reality, which is our beliefs and our values. So I let them know that my belief and value, the way I was raised was to walk in love, treat people with respect, and to turn the other cheek. So this book, Lead with Love, I actually have two. There's another one over here.
Okay.
But this one here talks about the social being and how we all have a sense of belonging, and it's all wrapped around relationships. But I've always studied relationships and the effects it has on students. I've always done research on social emotional learning and literacy, so that's part of my pedagogy. This is a card that I bought for my students because when I came back from Christmas break, I was extremely ill. I didn't realize how ill I was, but my students knew. And thank you, Ms. Basio, because they realized that I was so out of it. And so they're the ones like, hey, you go home, go down to the office. So I bought this card for them to let them know, like, thank you. So a personalized card that I wrote to them for the class, because they noticed I was acting different. They noticed that I was lethargic. And I just really appreciated them for, they even went and told another teacher to check on me because they realized how sick I was. And that meant a lot to me that they knew, that they have gotten to know me, that they knew something was off. That meant a lot to me. And this whole visual aid here came from my book, the book that you got for us, feedback.
Okay.
So I took what I saw in there and I brought it back to the classroom and said, how can I teach my students to accept feedback? And so we have care, which is leading with love, which is also pathos. We have credibility, which is ethos and trust. This is a quote from one of my students from Wynn about how no matter what negativity comes in this life, to always be yourself. So anytime I feel like there's something, I'm not feeling my all, I'll go back and look at this quote. And I told Keontae that it meant a lot to me. And he always said to keep dreaming. And then for clarity, this is from Walt. I want them to know what they're learning and to understand that they're learning these lessons so that they can do better in life, what their objectives is. Not just to be, not just give students lessons, but I want them to come. So clarity, like this one means a lot to me because it also goes with our inquiry statement. Approach this one, all of it's connected. It's all connected. And I want them to know this clarity when I give them feedback, this is based on what Mr. Boggs told me and Ms. Hayes, about making sure students are aware of what they're learning and why they're learning. And when I give them feedback, it's going to be based on content. So I'm making sure that they understand the content. So we go over this daily. It's all connected. And then the communication. I'm big on communication. And this is also from
Ms. Watkins.
RPD.
Cool.
That's from Ms. Watkins?
Yeah, she made that.
Oh, okay. And so I just use this for communication, so that when we're talking to each other, that we're speaking in a friendly manner, so that when we're talking, we watch what we say, we have respect, we're tender, we're watching, you know how teenagers call each other names, making sure that our relationships are healthy, making sure that we have warmth and affection and appreciation. I will let them know that I appreciate them when they turn in work. Let them know I appreciate them. Let them know that I care. It's another heart. This is leading with love. We learned about pathos. Actually, we're learning ethos, logos, and pathos. This was also done in the general ed classroom, and so I just took it and broke it down to the smallest form. So now I'm looking at the gaps that the students have, and now I'm building on how I can teach. My whole lead with love, and then adding pathos, because pathos is the emotion. And so everything in here is heart-based. It's hearts and love all over the place. And the students, they notice. They come in, this is Lead with Love. And then it's on my shirt. So
you've really taken the idea of branding.
Yeah.
And sort of your brand is Lead with Love.
Yes. So this also goes with the Lead with Love. So I want them, every time they come in, because sometimes kids come in with trauma. They come in with family issues or relationship issues or things they don't want to talk about. So the first thing they're going to see is, I love you more, or either just to laugh often, or you are loved, or to be grateful. And so I have noticed that when they do come in, they might come in frowny, but they will come in and smile. It changes the atmosphere. It's just like, okay, this is like a safe haven.
Yeah, it's definitely a safe haven.
Then our heart maps over here.
Tell me about those.
I was at the Chicago Public Education Fund years ago. Chicago Public Education Fund. We did empathy maps. We tried that, but it was a little difficult. And so I just went with the heart map. So I want to know what's in their heart, so that when I am talking to them, and they, if I'm talking about a character, I can say, oh, just like our character Timothy in the story, you also have that same characteristic. You also have that same love and respect, or the same. Just like, for example, I know I'm stuttering, but like the conscience of your heart is connected to your social construct of reality. So this also deals with our walk and our inquiry statement. Everything is connected.
I love it.
This one, very important, because students, even for me, because I know that I'm a facilitator, but I want to have equity of voice. So when I have your voice matters, so if someone is dominating the conversation, I'm saying, oh, wait a minute, wait. Your voice matters, so let us hear from another student. Let's see what they have to say. Because all of us have a different construct of reality, so we can learn from each other.
And do you use those words with them, construct of reality?
Oh, always. Now, I got that from the IB training.
Interesting.
When I went to IB training. I also have cards up here because my grandmother growing up, she was at Baptist church and she gave out cards to everyone, whether it was their birthday, someone passed away, so I'm big on cards. So, and the students, they notice these things. Everywhere it is sayings.
And what is that cup about? Or is that a candle?
Oh, it's a candle. It matches.
And then what about that graduation cap?
This is a symbol that even though they're diverse learners, that they're going to make it, that they're going to walk across that stage and be successful. So it's all symbolism.
Cool.
And then because we have Latina students and Black students, I have both flags to represent both cultures. I also have Frida Kahlo's. I really do like Frida Kahlo. But I want the students to know that because I'm an African American teacher, but I also teach Latino students as well. I mean, we're all on one, but I want to let them know I also respect the Latino culture as well. And I'm trying to think, this one, I love this one. This is from the Bogan Bites. So I was in this teacher lounge and I'm like, my students haven't really read the paper. So we actually read the article by Nicholas, and we realized that there was a walkout from CPS with the students about the war between Palestine and Israel. So I said, okay, how can I take this and bring it to Leading with Love, which is pathos? And also, I know that IB deals with global connection. So I changed this I used the concept to bring in informational text and pathos. And so after we read the article, the students talked about their emotions. And so somebody just said, they're worried because what if the people come over here and kill us? Somebody else said that it matters because it's still people, because we read that there were 600 students that were 600 children were killed over during the weekend because of the war. So just getting the kids involved with not just what's going on in the community, but realize that there's something else going on outside of the United States, and also that we have to care. This humanity, empathy, compassion. Also, if you were an IB learner, just responding to this whole process, you're caring, you're principled, and you are thinking. So just intertwining all of those skills together. Actually, I took a PD. I love PD. So I took a PD on facing history and ourselves, and I remember that. And so it talked about how Hitler used propaganda to indoctrinate the Germans to dislike the Jews. So he put it in the music and books and schooling to the point where they were so infused with this hatred that it just became a way of life. So I said, if I put love in everything that I do, the students, it would become a way of life for students.
Well, thank you for letting us in your classroom. It is a beautiful classroom. And I love how you've incorporated leading with love, as well as the IB global connections and key concepts and related concepts, as well as the ideas of feedback. You've really demonstrated a lot in this class.